family of people who are injured by vaccines. My mother had a stroke after she received a pneumonia vaccine. My sister is severely mentally retarded after an annual checkup 55 years ago. My daughter slept for 3 days after she got the first of the HPV vaccine, which I was actually lied to by the doctor to allow me to believe it was one of the required ones, and it was not. My dog received 2 vaccines, and he almost died, and 14 veterinarians came to look at him at the animal hospital here in Manhattan, and after I paid the $4,000 bill for an operation, I was informed that yes, indeed, I was right, that it was the vaccine that caused it, but not until then. And also, when my husband was in an emergency room, he was approached 4 times to take a flu shot. He was there for a pulled muscle, and eventually he was informed that they don't always ask. Well, that he checked out. He was going to spend the night. So I don't know that I've even told you oh yes, my son has terrible allergies since the flu shot, and since a vaccine, which I was not asked if he could, if I wanted him to have. So that's a whole lot of injury, and you might even want to say, hey, you must be something wrong with your genes. Well, the dog isn't related to me, and my father enjoyed perfect health all of his life because he watched what he ate. He ate a lot of fruit. 1 flu shot. He was sick for almost 6 months, and I thought he was going to die. So as I say, that's a whole lot of injury. I'm just one family, But I have written back in 2009 a bill called All Vaccines Are Banned. And at the time, I was basing it in reality. I knew that all these children I was encountering reminded me of my sister, and at the time I did not know my sister was taken down by a vaccine. So I started to ask the parents, hi, my name's Sallie, my sister was severely mentally retarded, what's the matter with your kid? And they'd say somewhere in that conversation, but the doctor said it wasn't the vaccine. So I heard this so many times, and incidentally, as the vaccines were increasing, I was seeing more and more children who reminded me of my sister. I did not know at the time that the vaccines were increasing, but all of this is in retrospect because there's so much deceit. The problem really is that we are being given the choice, if we are being given a choice at all, we are being given a choice of a life-stealing vaccine, but it is not being said to us this way. It is being said, would you like a life-saving vaccine? So my new legislation, which is ban vaccines, has ban vaccines 2013, this year, there's no reason to put it off, has the ingredients which are 100% toxic, the diseases that result, which are all diseases in internal medicine and are deadly or life-shortening or diminishing your child or yourself, and the intent. Now, this is legislation that could stand on its own for the ingredients, for the diseases, or for the intent, or for all reasons, and has been given to legislators at all levels of government. I guess my question is, how can this transpire through a Department of Health and Mental Hygiene when I am busy running around to legislators saying, won't you please sponsor my bill to ban vaccines 2013? Should I be giving you the legislation? Are you the ones who will be making this decision? Because I thought this kind of thing had to be legislated. Now, there's something very concerning in reading the final page, or page 8 of this article, and it says, all children shall have such additional immunizations as the department may require. What in the whole wide world is that? Do you know that there are 271 vaccines currently being looked into? I learned that from the National Vaccine Information Center. I'm sure they'll be speaking to you shortly. Now, I brought some information for you. I brought the bill, Ban Vaccines 2013. I brought a very important movie that one of the speakers is in this movie, along with a host of very knowledgeable people, Dr. Suzanne Humphreys, Dr. Lucica Tomiljanovic, who is the one whose 45-page revealing of basically the vaccine hoax is over. The intent is to give us the diseases they claim to prevent. However, they are giving us so much more than that. And this is a very famous article, very famous Freedom of Information Act revelation. She is a doctor with an autistic child who waited 7 years and had to get a court order to get this information. But so this movie has all these very knowledgeable, Dr. Nancy Banks, OBGYN, and they all state in no uncertain terms how very bad vaccines are for us. So to ban them is a really good idea because they're all risk, no benefit. We're always told they're all benefit, no risk, or mild risk. It's all risk, no benefit. So I just need for people to understand that, in fact, the hoax is over. Everybody here knows it. And we have to stop hurting our children. The CDC's schedule is 49 doses of 14 vaccines through the age of 5, and now we want to mandate ones on top of that. So, and any additional immunization? Do you know currently there are 30, what is our population? 300 million? 300 million, we're stockpiling 300 smallpox vaccines. We also have an antidote for it, according to the New York Times. Well, first they give you the disease, then they sell you the very expensive antidote. There's also stockpiling, and you can see this on government websites, 600 million, which would be 2 doses per United States citizen, of the H7N9, which I understand is a weaponized, they're all weaponized vaccines. These are biological weapons. So all I can say is, today it's the least among us, the ones who cannot say, no way, but they say it in their eyes. They say it in their eyes. Don't do this to me. Parents have nightmares from holding their children down while these shots are administered because of the outcome.
Your time is up.
Thank you ever so much. I just want to say what I'll be leaving you with. I'll be leaving you with the legislation, Ban Vaccines 2013. I will be leaving you with the movie, Silent Epidemic, The Untold Story of Vaccination. And I will be leaving you with a card that is from a multitude of websites, including SaneVax and NVIC, which has all of the inserts for all of the vaccines that show you the ingredients and the adverse reactions. And I will also be leaving you with the CDC's own writing that says that we have a very low epidemic of flu this year.
Thank you.